Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to talk about how I ran out of electricity in my Tesla Model X. And I should say today was one of the most craziest experiences that I've probably ever had, being stranded on the side of the road. So about an hour and 30 minutes in, we have Tesla calling.
Sorry, my systems think it's Monday today.
And
I do not want to load pictures.
we're going to see if there's a manual way for me to get out the car because the car battery is dead. So today I'm driving. I'm driving a Tesla, and I've had the Tesla for about a month now. I'm not used to stopping at the gas stations anymore. I'm loving the free supercharge for life, and I'm just driving around. I'm honestly being irresponsible. I'm not paying attention to the electricity. Mind you, the Tesla is not for the irresponsible. So when my mom see this video, I want you to laugh at me, Ma. Oh, let me stop this. When my mom see this video, I want you to laugh at me, Ma. I told you this car is not for the irresponsible. And here I am. I ran out of gas, being irresponsible. I ran out of power, being irresponsible. Stranded, stuck for hours. Man. So the inside joke is my mom, she wanted to use my car. She wanted to try out the Tesla before she buys one herself. She was driving around, she was running out of power, electricity. I texted her, yo Ma, this car is not for the irresponsible. Get to a charge station. She ended up getting to a charge station. She fully charges it up. She was responsible. I told her I would never be irresponsible, and look at, here I am being irresponsible. This is funny. I can't believe myself right now. I'm headed home. We're talking about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I put my address into the GPS, and it says you need to go to a charge station because the car won't make it to the actual address. So I type in the address, and then it gives me the nearest supercharge station. So I tap the nearest supercharge station. It says I can make it to the station. And once I try to get to the station, the car runs out of a charge. Went to Tesla, bought the Model X. It was a really dope, I like the way they gave you the key. 75D, a full battery range. We're talking about 200 miles and some change. I'm actually loving it. I have a Rolls Royce, and that car swallows gas. Like, I love it. I love the tension. I love how it makes it feel like you're coasting on a boat. I love the Rolls Royce. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I will have to say I'm enjoying the Tesla Model X. It's just as quiet, just as smooth, and the gas is free. I mean, to drive it, it's really free, you know? So, a full month of me driving the car, I would say, the pros and the cons of having a Model X. I would say the pros are electricity. We're saving the earth. 2, free supercharge for life. That means I don't have to worry about stopping at a gas station if I want to go somewhere. 3, I love the Falcon Wing doors. That's one of my favorite features about the car. 4, I can use my remote to make the car go back and forth if I'm not in the car. I like that feature. And the autopilot feature, I'm loving that. I actually like this car a lot, I come from the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, the Bentleys, Rolls Royce, name the Porsche. I've had it all, but I would say right now, the Model X is one of my favorite cars right now. So, like I say, this car is not for the irresponsible. The cons to the car, I would say, I don't really have any cons so far with the car. I would actually like for the car to do the navigate home autopilot feature where you can just fall asleep, wake up at your destination. Thank you, car, for getting me there. Boom. That's what I would like. But I guess we're not there yet. They're talking about late 2020. We'll be able to have the cars updated to where you'll be able to navigate home through the autopilot system. But so far, the Model X, it's taking the cake. Until running out of power situation I had to go through. I know I'm running out of range. I see it. I see the countdown going on the meter, and I don't make it to the supercharge station, and my car says pull over to the side of the road, and it stops. Mind you, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. I know I'm down the street from the supercharge station, so I call AAA. AAA comes out. They put the car onto the back of the flatbed, which is preferred. You never want to get your Tesla towed unless it's on a flatbed. I had a long story about it, but that's just the long story. Just take my advice. Never tow your car or tow the Tesla, Model S, Model 3, or Model X. Don't do it unless it's on a flatbed. So we get it on a flatbed in the car. We take it about a mile down. I ran out of power about a mile away from the supercharge station. We dropped the car off in front of the supercharger, and the car starts to die more. So what happens is the actual gas, the electricity that keeps the car moving, that runs all the way out. Then it does an emergency. I need power mode to the 12-volt battery that's in front of the car. Well, if your 12-volt battery goes out, the Tesla stops working. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that the Tesla will just die. It's like the brain of the car is dead. That's it. There's no heart pumping, and that's it. The 12-volt battery dies. The charge for the from the supercharger won't charge the car at all because there's no brain telling the car that we're at a supercharge station and the car is now charging all the way up. So AAA guy leaves after he drops me off because I'm thinking that, okay, now I'm here, I can charge the car, we're ready to go, let's roll, let's get up out of here. That did not happen. So, I try to plug it in, there's a red circle ring, and it's pretty much showing me that there's no, the brain for the car is dead. The screen to the inside of the car is dead, it's not coming on, and it's just, we're talking about dead. And I want to say I ran out of power at about 3 a.m. Took the tow truck to get there about an hour. So 4 a.m. It's freezing cold, and I don't know about this 12-volt battery that's in front of the car. Mind you, I just got the car. I don't really know too much about the car except for that it's electric. I called Tesla. This is 4 in the morning, so they told me my wait time to talk to someone from Tesla was about 25-30 minutes. I talked to a young lady. She was actually a really good representative. She tried walking me through the steps of everything. Charger into the car, and it wasn't charging, and I tried to take the charger out and it was locked. So there's an emergency latch system that takes off the latch for the Tesla supercharge station to the car. So we ended up figuring that out after about 15-20 minutes of talking on the phone. And then I try to hook it back up, still not charging. She says that we're gonna have to call Tesla Ranger out. We're gonna have to tow your Tesla to the nearest Tesla station. That doesn't open until 8 a.m. This is 4:30 a.m., maybe 5 o'clock a.m. I'm like, oh my God, so I have to wait 3 hours until I can get my car towed to the Tesla station so they can look at the car, because she's like, oh, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what's going on. It should be charging right now. I looked online from her end to see that the charge station I'm at is working. There's nothing wrong with it. So I hang up with her, and I am sitting in the car trying to figure out what's going on. And I look on YouTube, I see a few videos that there is a 12-volt battery in front of the car. But the one thing with Tesla is everything's electric. If there's no electricity, nothing's gonna open. So I end up trying to go to the front of the trunk to see if I can open it, and it would not open. So I ended up going back in the car, because mind you, it's cold outside. It's freezing. Ugh, it's cold. So I go back in the car. I have to close the door manually. It was a little tough, but I closed the door, and just to keep myself some heat, looking at a few YouTube videos on how to fix my situation. And then I try to get out of the car, and I can't. I'm like, I'm locked inside of the car, So I'm locked in the car. About 20-30 minutes, I call Tesla again. This gentleman gets on the phone. He lets me know, like, yo, check this out. There's an emergency latch in the back seat on the Falcon door in the speaker. You'll be able to get out of there. Just pull it, door opens, you'll get out. Takes me a while to figure out how to get to the emergency lift system in the Tesla. So I end up figuring that out, I'm gonna say after about 20 or 30 minutes. We figure it out. I get out of the car, and I let him know that the car's dead. Tell him the story I told you guys. He's like, okay, let me look this over with your model, and how can we get in the trunk so you can charge your battery that's gonna wake the car up, and then you'll be able to charge the car. I've heard about this happening before, and boom. Yeah, if I get out this car, I'll be even more happier.
Oh, no, definitely. I'm pulling up the manual right now, just on your specific vehicle, to make sure that we get you out of your car, okay?
So, he tells me to, there's a release system at the bottom of the car. You open it, you pull the trunk open. When I open up the hood now. And then you can get in the car. You can get in the trunk, then you pull the leather system up. Getting to the battery in front of the car is a headache. Do not get me wrong, it's a headache. So I find the front battery to the car. And once again, I have to call AAA. So this time we're talking about, it's about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. Traffic's started. It's a work day, work week. And traffic is crazy. So I have to wait about another hour for AAA to get out. And they finally come. Here we are. AAA is here to the rescue.
Yeah, buddy.
About to charge me up. About to be on my way. Get back to the house. And go to sleep. Man, he gets straight to the front of the car, jumps it. I plug in the supercharger. We're talking about a green ring, which means the car is finally charging. Oh! So, it's charging and I'm finally on my way to get up out of this tragic, crazy situation. So we are charged up. It is finally on. We have the supercharger station hooked up. And we are at 0 miles. But we charging, we good to go. Thanks to my man at AAA. Came out for your boy. Kia. Mind you, the Tesla is not for the irresponsible.